Okay, the order of operations. You might have learned this back in elementary school and completely forgotten about it, which is fine. But it's going to be very important for our class because we're going to run into a lot of situations where we need to use the order of operations to come up with the correct answer. Take just a second and think about, what do you already know about the order of operations? So the order of operations, you might have learned this acronym, Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS. And this PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. And this tells us what order we need to do things when we're looking at an equation. So the P is for parentheses and brackets. If you see brackets, they're going to act the same as parentheses. The exponents, multiplication and division, we can work these operations from left to right if you see both. And then addition and subtraction, which we can also work from left to right if you see both in an equation. So let's look at this example here. We have 18 plus 8 divided by 2 minus 9 plus 2 squared. And if we remember our order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. We have some parentheses in here, so we need to do the parentheses first. And within the parentheses, we also have to follow the order of operations. So the first thing we're looking at is these parentheses, but inside the parentheses, we have addition and an exponent. And the exponent comes before the addition. So we see that we have 9 plus 2 squared. So we're going to square that 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and we get 9 plus 14. So we now have 13 in that space. So now we have 18 plus 8 divided by 2 minus 13. So now what we have is addition, division, and subtraction. Division comes before addition and subtraction, so we'll do that division first. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And finally, we have 18 plus 4 minus 13. And addition and subtraction are part of the same step, so we can work from left to right. And our answer is 9. Our final answer is 9. So we can say that 18 plus 8 divided by 2 minus 9 plus 2 squared equals 9. And the reason this is super important is because if we work this problem instead from left to right, we would do 18 plus 8 is 26. 26 divided by 2 is 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 6 squared is 36. 36 is not even close to 9. So our order of operations is very important because our answers will be very different. Pause this video and give these equations a try, remembering the order of operations. All right, so on this first one, we have a parenthesis, so we have 8 minus 2, and that has to happen first, which is 6. And then we have multiplication, 5 times 6 is 30, so 3 plus 30 is 33. In the second one, we have multiplication, so we have 4 times 6 is 24, plus 5 is 29. On this one here, we have multiplication and division. And with our order of operations, it doesn't matter which one we do first. We just work from left to right. So if there's a division first, we'll do that first. If there's a multiplication first, we can do that one first. we'll end up with the same answer no matter what order we do our multiplication or division in, as long as they happen at the same step. So I'm just going to go left to right. I'm going to say, okay, 3 times 4 is 12, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6. Here, again, we have multiplication and division, and then we have addition and subtraction. So I'm going to do my multiplication. 9 times 4 is 36, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I have 36 plus 5 minus 2, which is going to give me 39. And then this last one, again, I have multiplication and division. So I'm going to do 5 times 6 is 30. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I have 8 minus 30 is going to give me negative 22, plus 4 is going to give me negative 18. All right, so with these here, these exponential expressions, I want you to give these a try as well. Remember the order of operations here too. All right, so in the order of operations, we're doing those exponents first before we do anything else. So 2 squared is 4, plus 3 to the 4th, which is 81, we're ending up with 85. 8 to the 4th is 4,096, and 5 to the 3rd is 125. So we are ending up with 3,971. 4 to the 3rd is 64 times 2 to the 4th is 16. So we're going to get 1,024. 10 squared is 100. Divided by 5 squared is 25. So we get 4. And then last one, I want you to pause this video and give these a shot where we have all the operations happening and you need to remember the order of operations to work these out. All right, so we have some parentheses here, and inside the parentheses we have an exponent. So we have 25. 4 times 25 is 100, plus 6 is 106. Here, again, we have some parentheses. 5 plus 7 is 12. And then we'll go from left to right with those multiplication and division. So we have 6 times 12 is 72, divided by 3 is 24. So we really have 3 plus 24 minus 7, which is going to give us 20. All right, here we've got 2 sets of parentheses, so we need to work out everything inside of those parentheses before we do this division. So I have 3 times 7 is 21, plus minus 9 is going to give me 12. So I really have 12 divided by negative 3 squared is 9, plus 5 is 14. 12 divided by 14 is going to give me a pretty long decimal, and I can rewrite this as a fraction where I have 12 over 14, and I can simplify this and divide both sides by 2, and I get 6 over 7. And you can write that as the decimal or as a fraction. I like it better as a fraction, but you can do whatever. So here on this one, we have a 5 outside of the parentheses and no operator between. And remember, in algebra, we can assume when there's no operator, we're multiplying. But we still have to follow the order of operations, and those parentheses happen first. So what we really have here is 5 times 9, which is 45. And then on this last one here, we have 6 plus 25, which is 31, minus 7 is 24. 24 divided by 6 is 4.